welcome to the show, Social Security, Securing Today and Tomorrow. My name is Diana Varela, your host, and I am glad that you are with us today because I have a very special guest, Luisa Tisea, and we would like to provide to you important information on how you can contact Social Security and you can conduct business with us during this health crisis. Luis, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, and Luis, can you tell us a little bit about you, about the time that you have been working for Social Security, and also the component within our agency where you work?
Of course. My full name, just in case nobody caught it, is Luisa Licea. I worked at the headquarters for Social Security, which is just outside of Baltimore. I've been working there for a little over 22 years for the agency, over 22 years. And right now I'm working in the Department of Communications in the social media services component of the Department of Communications. So that, I think, is what you want me to talk about a little later on, right? About social media and so forth, because that's a hot topic nowadays.
Of course, because if you think about it this way, we want to let the community know how they can contact us. Utilizing social media channels is one of the ways. We receive tons of questions through Facebook and many other social media channels. So we'll talk about it, but also besides social media, what is the way that people can contact the Social Security Administration during this time?
Okay, there are two basic ways that people can contact us during this, the COVID-19 crisis or pandemic. The first one is via telephone. Okay, we often use the telephone for internet rather than to make calls and to send text messages. Okay, hardly ever do we use it or we think of the telephone as, hey, yeah, I can actually talk to somebody on the telephone. But what you do, you need to remember, or the public needs to remember, that we are available from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on via telephone by dialing 1-800-772-1213. Okay, again, that number is 1-800-772-1213. And don't forget to press number 7 to get us in Spanish if you need Spanish.
Yes.
Okay, that's one way. The second way is the internet. Again, we use the internet, us Hispanics, we use the internet a lot for many things, including memes. We love that stuff. But you know what? You can also access information on the internet about us at ssa.gov. Very easily, you can just remember 3 simple letters, ssa.gov. Okay, you can go in there and you can access information about Social Security. You can access our frequently asked questions. You can also access our publications, which tell you in both the frequently asked questions and the publications, they have a plethora of information about Social Security. All of our programs, all the services that we have, it's all written. You can actually, go in detail about those things. We go into detail about those things on our publications and our frequently asked questions. So those are the two vehicles that people can use to contact us during these times. Okay, I don't know if you wanted me to say this now, but I'll say it now because our offices are opened.
Yes.
However, they're only open for certain cases, and we do not, we have given that authority to the field office, to our local Social Security office, to make that decision when a person should come into the office or not. Okay, you can also find some information if you want to know if your case merits a visit to the office by going to our website, again, ssa.gov, and clicking on the orange band that you see at the top that says COVID-19. You click on that and it will give you some information as to when you would need to come and see us. But before you do anything, don't come to the office because we won't let you in unless you have an appointment. So it is imperative, it's important that you contact us via telephone, 1-800-772-1213. If you need Spanish, press number 7 so that we can talk to you and find out, and you and I, not you and I, but the person and the agent, the Social Security agent, can figure out whether or not your issue merits an appointment or a visit to the local Social Security office.
Yeah, thinking and in regards to the telephone services that we have, there are a couple of options because people can certainly speak to a representative, as you mentioned, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. But there are also services that are available 24 hours a day if you contact us by dialing 1-800-772-1213. What can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, it's important because as you just mentioned, again, the hours. If you try to contact us at 8 p.m. at night, you remember you're doing trying to get some paperwork together because you need to visit a government office or you need to present some papers to a government office or to a doctor or whatever, or to the bank. Okay, if you're getting a loan and you need to present evidence that you're receiving a Social Security benefit, and then at 8 p.m. when you're going through the paperwork just to make sure because tomorrow you got to be bright and early at the bank, and then you remember, I'm missing this paper from Social Security, the evidence that I'm actually receiving the benefit. I forgot about that. At 8 p.m. we won't be available. Okay, you just said from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. So at 8 p.m. we won't be available. However, if you call 1-800-772-1213, listen to the prompts, and you will hear that we have automated services. And one of the things that you could do is you can press a certain number, give some information through the telephone, and we'll be able to mail you, a letter stating how much you get on a monthly basis, and a few other things, that would be the evidence that you need to present to the bank. Okay, if you need it quickly, and I know I'm probably jumping ahead from what you want. If you need it like right away, because it's tomorrow that you need to go to the bank.
Yes.
Okay, we have another option.
A better option.
A much better option, I would say, indeed. Is opening a personal My Social Security account. Okay, you can go to ssa.gov, ssa.gov, and if you look at the bottom, if you move up to in the middle of the web page, you will see it says an icon there that says My Social Security Account. If you click on that, it will take you to the page where you can actually create your own account. You created an account or you have an icon on your phone or your tablet or your computer at home. For your bank, we have a way for you to also access the information with us a lot easier than simply calling or being on the internet. You can just go directly to your account and get that information. And the beauty of it is that if you need the letter for tomorrow, you don't have to wait for our office to open or to be available or the telephones to open up. You can just print it right away. You can go to mysocialsecurity.gov, click on that, enter the information that you need to enter about yourself because we need to verify that it's you. And once you have created that, then you have access to a lot of information and a lot of services that normally you would have to go to the local Social Security office or call. And, it's available at your fingertips by just going to mysocialsecurity.gov.
Exactly. So we always recommend you, and in the past we have talked to you about creating an online account, the way to get access to your Social Security records. If you're receiving benefits, of course, you can request information. You can change information, correct?
Correct. You can change your address. Your information about your direct deposit, for example.
Exactly.
Okay. You change your bank accounts, and all of a sudden you need to let us know because otherwise you won't get your check.
Exactly.
Or you get a payment. So you can also change that. Even if it's anything that happens with that, you can also change it. You can change your telephone number with us. Again, those are the few things that you could do by having a My Social Security account.
If you receive benefits, and especially these days, we will be making an announcement very soon. Correct?
Correct. Yeah, the cost of living adjustment is coming up sometime in the early fall. So you'll be one of the first ones to know exactly how much you might get if you have a My Social Security account. Because while the notice for that will come in the mail, how it affects you, it will be on your account a lot quicker because it's electronic. We don't have to print it. We don't have to send it through the mail. It will just be available to you immediately.
In the message
Surely,
center.
a few weeks after the announcement, you will know exactly how much it would affect you, how much you will get for 2022, instead of having to wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we don't want to wait. So
Oh no, we don't. We don't like to wait anymore.
I can tell you that we're gonna have some viewers that will not wait to create an online account just to get that message.
Good.
Their message center. But what about those people that are not yet receiving benefits? What is the advantage of having a My Social Security online account?
Well,
like you and me, we're getting closer
right.
to the time when we will get benefits
Maybe
ourselves.
you are. I'm not.
Okay, but not getting benefits yet. What is the advantage of having
Well,
an online
I'm glad you
account?
asked because it is important that if you're a worker in the U.S., 18 years of age or older, you should open an account, a My Social Security account with us. Why? Because you would know about your future benefits. Okay, it is important that we plan for the future. We oftentimes, especially when we're younger, not like me that it's all decrepit, but when we're younger, 18 to 20, we just came out of high school or came out of college, and we believe that and it's true. The world is our oyster, and we're not thinking about 20, 40 years from the time we graduate until that date. And we're not thinking about those things. However, if you were to do if you go to a financial seminar, they're going to tell you this phrase: time can be your friend if you get started now. If you open an account with us after you turn 18 and you're working, you will know how much you can expect in the future, and you can use that information to plan your future. Okay. Also, very important, if you have worked for a few years already, okay, and you open the account, and then all of a sudden you look at your history, your payment, your pay history, it's going to be there. Okay. We're going to show you how much you have earned. We don't tell you what company you work for, but we show you how much you have earned per year. Okay, the full amount before taxes. If you see that and you see that there are gaps, even though you have worked, it is important that you correct them now instead of waiting 40 years from now to correct them. When you may have lost the paperwork, the company may be out of business, and then it's going to be much more difficult, okay, to prove that you actually worked during those years. The earlier you get started, again, you remember what they say in financial seminars: time can be your friend if you get started now, but you get started now, okay? One of the things that happens with us, the Hispanics, in our Hispanic community, is that we had this laid-back attitude. I can get it done tomorrow. And you know the old saying, don't live for tomorrow what you can do today.
Exactly.
Okay? So it's important that you open that account today. Don't wait until tomorrow. As a matter of fact, wait for us to finish the program before you open the account.
Of course, because we don't want them to miss the information that we will continue providing
Correct.
during the program.
Yeah.
So, create your online account. And as you said, retirement planning starts once you start working, because you have many, many years ahead to prepare for retirement. You cannot prepare once you are getting older and are actually at the doors of retirement. So please create your online account, visit us online. Social Security website has a wealth of information. We have tools, and we have many, many more ways that you can communicate with us. Stay with us. We're gonna go to a short break, but don't go, because we will come back and provide you with much more information that you can use to contact us.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Thank you for staying with us. And let's continue talking about how you can contact Social Security, how you can resolve all of the issues that you have, and also how you can get information. We talk about people can call us at the toll-free number. People can go online, create an online account, do a lot of businesses with us online. But there is another way that actually you handle in Spanish, of course, and it's through social media channels. Talk to us about social media channels and how people in the community can take advantage of what we offer.
Yeah. Yes, Diana. You know what's interesting? When people think about the government, and mainly Social Security, because that's what the branch that we represent, or the department we represent, they don't think about us as being on social media. And as you have seen, now that you have been with us for a little bit, you notice that people say, when they find our webpage and someone writes something on our wall, on their Facebook wall, and someone else will come behind the person who asked a question or says something and said, this is not a real site, or it's also Social Security is not on Facebook, blah blah, and then we have to go in and kindly tell everybody, not just the person, but everyone else who's reading this. Yes, we are on Facebook. Yes, we are on Twitter. Yes, we are on Instagram in English. Yes, we are on. We have a blog in English, and yes, we are on YouTube in English and Spanish. So it is important that people know these things. Okay, our community needs to know these things. We use Facebook a lot. We barely use Twitter in the U.S., the Hispanics, but we still some people who use it. Okay, so we have a presence on Twitter. Okay, and we post on Twitter and we post on Facebook. We don't have Spanish on Instagram yet, but that's coming up. But we have it in English. So if you know English, you can follow our Instagram and you can follow our blog. Our blog is an excellent method of information. We have articles, and the beauty of the blog is that the articles are short. We are limited to about 500 words, maybe 300 words maximum. Okay, you can read 300 words in about 2 minutes. Okay,
correct.
Believe it or not. And the beauty of that is that within that article, then we have links to additional information on the topic that we are talking about. So that's available. It is important. Like you said, people can ask us questions. That's why we are on social media. It's not just to post things so and learn about the benefits and the services that we provide, but also to ask us questions. Like you said, it's another way of communicating with us. You can ask us questions. If you ask a question in Spanish, you're going to be talking to me. Yes. What privilege, huh? So, but if you ask in English, there's several other people who will answer you, the question in English. Now, then let me caution you and caution our Hispanic public.
And everybody,
yeah.
because people listening to
on
this.
the channels, we prefer that you use the channel, the language for the channel that you is your preference. So, for example, if your preference is Spanish, then use our Spanish channel, Facebook. It will be Facebook/Seguro Social, and you will go to our page in Spanish. Okay, if it is in English, it will be Facebook/Social Security, and you will go to the English channel for that platform. Now, we don't like to mix it. We will answer you, but we prefer that if you have something in Spanish you want to ask in Spanish, come to us. Okay, by writing in English, I'm not there, so they'll send that to me, and that may take a couple of days. Okay, to get back to me, because there's several people handling this the social media.
Yes,
but again, exactly. But again, it's okay. You can ask it. You can ask.
Yes.
Just so know that there's a specific channel for English and a specific channel for Spanish. Same thing with Twitter. This is the same deal. Okay, it's Twitter/Seguro Social, or if you are go to your own Twitter account and you can search us at Seguro Social, you'll find us. Okay?
Yeah. In regards to the blog, I think that the blog, people can register and they receive, the blog it's how often they have new articles. Is it every week or every 2 weeks?
It all
in the blog?
depends.
It all depends.
Okay.
But it's always updated information.
Correct. For the most part, it's every other week. But lately, because of all this COVID-19, all those things and changes have been happening, especially because we have a new administration, believe it or not, the Biden administration is still new. Okay. We sometimes forget that he took office on January 20th of this year, 2021. Okay. So the administration is still new. And so changes are taking place. And as we are evolving with those changes, we let people know, hey, this is changing. Hey, that's changing. And we use the blog a lot for those things. And lately we've been publishing almost every week.
Yeah, so it's great to register to the blog. I'm registered myself to the blog.
And
so
it sends
it's
you a
nice.
notification, correct.
It's nice to get that notification so I can keep abreast of what's going on with the administration. And, I really like that. And we do have a newsletter as well that people can register. And of course, when you mention Facebook and Twitter, I mean, people have the idea that Facebook is used just to communicate with your friends, right? And I think that what a great idea.
We're friendly.
We are friendly, of course, and we are a friend that you want to have.
Correct.
Because if you really want to know information about your Social Security benefits, you need to let the administration know what your questions are, what your concerns are, and send those to us directly. Like a good friend, we are going to give you the correct answer, right?
Yes, but we won't use the
course.
slogan from another insurance company.
Yes.
So anyway, one thing I wanted to mention also, now that you were talking about that, is that on our webpage, SSA.gov, if you go to the bottom of the page, you'll find our press releases, which I forgot to mention. It's another way of us communicating. We communicate with press releases. Normally, we put them there for the newspapers and so forth, but it's also available to the public. It's not exclusive information to the media outlets, but it's also available to the public itself. So you can, if you want to know anything, like for example, the cost of living adjustment that's coming up in this fall, in a few weeks or a month or so. Yes. Even though we're going to post it on social media, the press release is probably going to go out a lot quicker. Okay, because we base our social media on that press release, and that press release will have all the information that you need to know or you want to know.
Yes.
Okay, and so it is important that we remember that the press release is also available. It's another informational vehicle.
Yeah, and you mentioned YouTube.
Correct.
We have videos. We have videos in YouTube, even in Facebook, I believe, because we have what we call Facebook Live events.
Correct.
And those events are turned into a video that later people can watch. So, yes, it's another way to communicate with us using our social media channels, calling the toll-free number, visiting the website. We do have a lot of questions that people have in our community. Questions such as, I apply for benefits, for retirement or disability benefits, and I need to submit some documents to the local office. What do I do? What do I do if the office is not open for the public, only for appointment? What can you tell us about that?
Well, that's an interesting question, because this is a thing. If you, for example, there are some programs that you're going to apply for with us that you may not need to present any documents at all. For example, if you're applying for retirement benefits, in the past, we needed to see your birth certificate. Okay? About 10 years ago or more, we did away with that because we realized, if the person says that this is his or her date of birth and we have a match on our records, we believe you. Okay? So you no longer need that. For retirement, once you complete the application, which you would need a My Social Security account
Exactly.
you would, and then once you submit the information, that's all you will need to do. Unless there's some glitch or some question about something that, I will
Yeah.
mention some things, but I'm not going to get into
Yeah,
specifics.
if there are discrepancies, and that is the
Perhaps.
importance of creating my Social Security, because when you create your my Social Security online account, you validate your identity
Correct.
at that time. So at the time of application, it's
already done.
actually easy and convenient.
Correct. So, and then we have the disability benefits. Again, using the My Social Security account, you apply for disability benefits. You complete the whole form. All the questionnaire will be there. And there's a couple questions that you need to complete, and we have it available to you. Okay, we make those available to you. The only evidence you may need to present to us, okay, will be perhaps some medical evidence or something to that effect for disability benefits. Oftentimes, we get the evidence ourselves. We send it because you will sign a release for us, and we can send that release to your doctors and get that information also. So you may not even need an appointment with us at all. However, would you need one? We have them available. You need to call us. Okay?
Exactly.
1-800-772-1213. Okay? To make sure that your case merits an appointment in the local office, a local Social Security office. And you can also, we'll also give you on the internet, we will also give you the information on how to contact the office directly. Okay? Again, if there's something that we need, we're going to contact you. We hardly ever contact anybody. Okay? But when we need something, we will contact you and we will identify ourselves as such. And the beauty of it is that if you're not sure that it's us, that it's maybe a fraudulent call, we'll hang up and you can call back. See, you can't do that with a fraudster. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah. And another common question is, I need to apply either for an original Social Security number or a replacement card. What can you tell us briefly in regards to those two situations?
Well, with the original Social Security card, the law still requires that you be present. Okay, because if you are an adult or that don't have a Social Security number because you were born and raised in another country, for example, and for whatever reason your parents never got a Social Security number back then, and now you're back in the U.S. and you need it, you would need to do it in present.
And also for people that for the first time need a number, and they are over the age of 12 years
Correct,
old.
yeah.
They need to come into the office.
Correct.
So but please call so they can get an appointment.
Right. And
Replacement card.
But a replacement card, however, if you have a My Social Security account, in most states, it's only a few states now. I think we can probably count them with almost one hand now. Okay, that are not participating in this program with us. For the most part, you can just go to your My Social Security account, personal account, with us, and request a replacement card. Now, keep in mind, and this is we always try to remind people, you may not need the card itself, the physical card. All you need to know is the Social Security number for the most part. Only a few agencies, few instances in life where you need the actual card. For example, if you apply for a new job, you have to present evidence. You have to present the actual Social Security card. Okay? But other than that, if you go to the bank to open an account, all you need to do is know is the Social Security number.
Yeah.
You don't need to know. You need to bring the card itself. You just have the number and that's verified.
You have provided us a wealth of information. And everything that you said is online, of course,
Correct.
when people visit us online. So please visit us online. Luis, thank you for being with us at this show today.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. And remember, Social Security with you through life's journey. Visit us online. Get to know your benefits better. www.socialsecurity.gov. Thank you for watching.